Hey guys, how's it going? Exploitarrian here, getting banned from another game. Oh man. So yes, yesterday, to my surprise, I was banned from Neverwinter for 72 hours for... I'm not so sure. The email doesn't really go into anything. It's like, hey bro, you're banned, you broke the terms of service, here's the terms of service, why don't you go ahead and read it again? I'm like, okay. Then I sent a ticket to see when I was banned, but usually you can kind of tell, though in my case it's a little bit difficult, and I'll tell you guys why, the implication of what it makes, and what actually happened today in Neverwinter, which makes it all the more interesting, and all the more actually exactly like Guild Wars 2. So I've been playing Neverwinter just for fun originally, and the game ended up being more fun than I had imagined, so I ended up playing a little bit more than I had imagined. And as a result, we found all these fun things in the game, starting from an early stage. It's like the first monster I knocked off a cliff, I was like, oh my god, that is the greatest thing ever. And other things that we found, cool things to do to bosses, cool things to do to gear. We found out that certain chests, like we found out that a normal dungeon gives like tier 2 loot. So we did that normal dungeon. It's a pretty hard one, so it was debatably worth it. But all this fun stuff. And you know what? It really comes down to that. One of the devs in Path of Exile really went over this issue of making the player feel like really, really powerful, especially when it came to like exploits. The fact is that when you do something that you don't think is intended, it's really fun. And it's really that we try to achieve in games. You play a game, you're like, oh my god, this is so hilariously abusable, and it's so much fun, I just love doing this. And I want to bring the reference to knocking monsters off cliffs. Once I realized that you could do this pretty much everywhere, I was just spotting the cliffs. And I just love fucking knocking monsters off cliffs. It's just the coolest thing ever, because you see everyone like doing damage to the monsters. They're like, oh man, I'm doing so much damage. And like, bam, all the monsters are off the cliff. You just one-up them. It's so cool. And it's stuff like this that really you have to guess whether or not it is an exploit or not. Because, how do you know? Well, when it comes to pushing monsters off cliffs, and this is probably, I'm hoping it's not why I got banned. I don't think it is. But, this is just something that you run into the game, you think is intended, but you don't know for sure. There are a few questionable things that we did in Guild Wars, in Neverwinter, but nothing too crazy. One thing that we think did lead to the ban was farming the pirate boss. So in one of the instances, there was a boss, and if you killed the boss and then wiped to the ads that he starts with, the encounter resets. So you can just kill the boss again and again and again, and essentially you skip all the first part of the instance. And the way the game works, this is fairly abusable because most of the reason why you do an instance is to get the loot from the last boss. So skipping the instance is pretty exploitable. And we did do this in the specific case, and I think the details are fairly important. We found out about the exploit, I don't know, maybe like 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, and we didn't really do it because we thought that sounds a little questionable. So let's just see what happens first, and then if nothing happens, fine. Maybe we'll check it out. So a few days go by, probably like 4 or 5 actually, and people are still doing this stuff. All these items are absolutely worthless. Everything that drops off that boss is complete crap. And we do the pirate instance, and we decide to give it a try. And we did farm the boss for like half an hour. We killed him, I don't know, maybe 10 times. And I think every piece of loot that every one of us got, we just vendored, because it gives you like 1 gold or something, which isn't very much, but it was absolutely worthless, and we just stopped doing it. And the reason we waited is because among all the other bugs and quasi-exploits and cool things that you could do in the game that were all a lot of fun, and we didn't really know what was bannable. I didn't hear of anyone getting banned for anything in Neverwinter. So yeah, many days go by, nothing happens. We give it a try. okay, for a small bit. I didn't feel too bad about it. So that's really it. That's really what I think really caused the ban, but I don't know. I tried getting a response, but none was given. The way these situations work is, if I find out about something, it's probably already well and happening. I mean, when I found out about the pirate thing, the economy already crashed on every single item that could possibly drop from the pirate instance. So, it's not really that big of a deal. But it is possible that, they went over the logs, which was a week later, and probably like 2 to 2.5 weeks after the exploit began, looked at the logs that anyone that's killed the boss twice in the instant, they just ban them, indiscriminately. But this is probably not the case, because we went in there with 5 people who did this action for half an hour, like I mentioned, and 2 of them are not banned, and 3 of them are banned. So that's why it's really debatable what exactly went on. I still don't exactly know why I was banned, because it doesn't make concrete sense in any way, shape, or form that we can tell at this time. So why was I banned? I don't know. But it was probably the pirate thing, if you asked me, and they probably just missed a few other people. I don't know. That's really my best guess. But, this is a lot like the Guild Wars stuff. So when we played Guild Wars, I keep mentioning that Neverwinter is a lot like Guild Wars, and it is. And apparently, the banning policy is also the same, where you have a game that's really, really, really abusable because it's evidently not finished, though Neverwinter has the courtesy to call it a beta and Guild Wars did not. They ban you for some random bullshit that you do, and the whole world gets banned the next day. So let's go over this, because this is really the funnest thing, the coolest thing that happens in these games. So just to be clear, because I've read the Reddits on this ban, and apparently no one has any clue why I was banned in Guild Wars. They're like, no, what Krip did is he bought the weapons for an unintended karma price, and then vendored them for way more and made $1 trillion gold in Guild Wars. No, it wasn't that, no. Other people did that, yes, the next day, yes, they did, and they got banned. But no, not Krip. Krip didn't do that. This is what Krip did in Guild Wars to get banned, for your amusement. So, we're playing Guild Wars, all legit and all the good stuff, and, someone tells me that you can make use of karma, because in Guild Wars there's 2 currencies, there's the gold and there's the karma, and you get karma for doing quests and you get gold for doing quests. And karma, you can buy like items, but it costs a lot of karma, and it's kind of hard to save up, and it's kind of annoying to get. So I just really wanted to dump my karma and get some gold, because gold was the main currency to buy stuff on the auction house. It was the astral diamonds of Guild Wars, if you would say. So what someone told me is that, using the cooking profession, there are certain recipes that you can buy ingredients with karma and vendor the result for gold. And this was fairly common. I mean, honestly, half the ingredients for cooking in Guild Wars cost karma. So chili pepper poppers was one of the recipes that cost exclusively karma ingredients, as were several others that were fairly complex in the sense. But this is one of the simple ones. So what we did is went to buy ingredients with all the karma that I had, made all the chili pepper poppers, sold all the chili pepper poppers that I had, and made 8 gold, which I believe at the time doubled my gold, but I had nothing. 8 gold was nothing. So I made 8 gold from all the karma that I had previously saved from that point. And after I did that, 30 minutes had gone by, and there was a regular maintenance that Guild Wars had that night. So the maintenance happens, the servers come up, and I am permanently banned from Guild Wars. That was it. That's what I got permanently banned for. Obviously, that's way more outrageous than what went on in Neverwinter, but nonetheless, it's a fairly hilarious parallel. So what happened with Guild Wars is, because it was absolute bullshit, I made a video highlighting this fact, and one of the lead developers is like, hey Krip man, we didn't really mean it, let's work together, making video games, love your stuff, all the good stuff, we gotta ban you to show an example that you can't be exploiting on stream, but hey, we can maybe lighten it up to a 72-hour ban. Never heard from him again. But I did get a 72-hour ban instead of a permanent ban, so alright. And, I still liked the game at the time. I still try to play on a second account, no big deal. And the next day comes in, and they put a patch that they introduced some new vendors or something, and the new vendors sell really cool items. And the really cool items are sold for different prices on the vendors. As a matter of fact, some vendors sold them for 1,000 of the cost of the other vendors. So what people did is they went and bought all these weapons, and they sold them. Buy from a vendor, sell to a vendor. They got permanently banned too. And that was thousands and thousands of people. And it was the type of people where, it's like, oh my god, Krip got banned from all these games. Krip's the massive exploiter. He's not a white knight like me. I love playing video games white knight style on my, decked out pony and whatnot. But no, they got banned too. And please unban me. What? I didn't do anything. I'm not even Kripparrian. I didn't even exploit. What? And, because so many people did this exploit, what companies do is, if enough people do something, they're not too harsh on the punishment, because they want to keep their player base. And as a result, all the people banned through this exploit, which was honestly much more severe than my exploit in Guild Wars, they were unbanned if you wrote them like an apology and deleted your items or some stupid crap like that. I don't know, whatever, man. So that's how the Guild Wars thing went down. Pretty cool stuff. But the reason I'm talking about it is because similar thing just happened in Neverwinter, man. Neverwinter is just like Guild Wars, like I'm telling you. I get banned for probably some random bullshit that I don't even know exactly what happened. And then all the haters, they're like, oh, well, Krip gets banned. And then the next day, a lot more people get banned. What do they get banned for? Well, as it turns out, the economy in Neverwinter is currently ruined as a result of people realizing that you can bid negative amounts on items in the auction house, and doing so gives you all of that astral diamond value back for free. Isn't that cool? So if you see an item for like a price on the auction house, you can bid negative 30 million, and it would generate 30 million on your character. Something like that. I don't know. I didn't do the bug because I'm banned. Why would I do the bug? But as it turns out, a lot of people have done this, and the economy is pretty fucked. And probably a few months from now, people will just remember Krip as the guy who exploited the economy and made billions and billions of astral diamonds and got banned just like everyone else because he's a filthy exploiter. So, all the good stuff, all the fun. I don't really mind getting banned. I made a joke before getting banned. It's like, oh man, because I knew one of my friends got banned. He got banned, like he logged out, logged in, and he's like, yo, I'm banned. It's like, oh man, what'd you get banned for, dude? That's hilarious. We didn't do any crazy, stupid shit like that to get banned for. I mean, I don't know. And I told him, it's like, dude, if I got banned, it would be so awesome. I'd just gain like 8,000 viewers. And that's exactly what happened. So, I don't care, man. It's all whatever. It's a little bit sad because I love Neverwinter. I love the fact that the game is inherently abusable. It makes you feel really, really powerful when you can do like crazy shit like knock monsters off cliffs, do all this like crazy jumping around, kill bosses a bunch of times. I love it, man. It's awesome. That's what makes the game good. So getting banned for it really sucks. If I ended up getting banned for some stupid crap like knocking monsters off ledges, then I'm done with the game. I'm not going to play a game that decides to just kill itself. There's certain things that are fun in a game, and if you're the one developing the game, you really need to realize what those things are before you ban people for doing them. So that's about it. I hope you guys enjoy my video here. I know it's been a little bit lengthy, but I think it's important to really highlight the facts of this banning situation and all the previous banning situations, because all in all, it's just a lot of fun, and I hope you guys see it that way more than any other way. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.